Hey everyone, welcome to 2023. Today, we're going to go into one of the biggest game changers for autoimmunity. It's free, it only costs you 20 minutes a day. What is it? Hey everybody, we're going to get right into it because the number one game changer for autoimmunity that's free, only costs you 20 minutes a day is sunlight. Yeah, sunlight. First thing, 20 minutes in the morning. I'm going to go into why. I'm going to tell you also how it is the biggest game changer for autoimmunity with your physical health, but as well as mental health and in so many different ways hormones, circadian rhythm, you name it. So, we're going to get right into it. I'm Maggie UMD. I am a functional and holistic medicine physician and the creator of Transform and the Transform protocol to turn around any chronic disease around naturally. Today, we are welcoming and ringing in 2023, and I want to say Happy New Year, everybody. I want to start off the new year with some key game changers that I've talked about for years. Also, in the program, our participants in the program have learned for years and have implemented, and these are game changers because they've actually brought results and not just like somewhere down the road, like instantly, like within the first couple days. Those are the things that I call game changers because they're not necessarily big in terms of like the effort that you have to put into it. But when you do it, they have a huge impact and results are tangible even in a very short period of time. And I promise you, and there are scientific principles behind it. So we're going to start off 2023 talking about what are some of these game changers and sharing with you so you can kick ass in 2023. And this doesn't just apply to autoimmunity. This applies to any physical chronic disease of any kind, mental health, you name it, energy, fatigue, anything. So we're going to go right into it. Why does sunlight actually is the best thing that you can do? And strategically, why is it in the morning? We're going to go over that. First thing first is that this is data-driven results, is that they've actually found that sunlight and infrared radiation is able to be game changers in many different ways in terms of decreasing pain. We already know that there are also studies that actually shows that it can help with the big C and long haul big C. It's also been incredible in the morning for 20 minutes to actually really turn around from mental health issues, right? And so anti-inflammatory issues, anti-pain, you're talking about mental health with changing actually the brain hormones that are created. Really importantly, big impact on circadian rhythm. So specifically, what do you need to do? When you first get up in the morning, really importantly, it's the first thing in the morning. Do something that is outside for about 20 minutes so you can get actual sunlight. And the actual sunlight does a lot of things, many different mechanisms. One of the mechanisms is going to be helping the conversion to active vitamin D in your body. So a lot of people are talking about taking vitamin D and what's the right type of vitamin D with vitamin K2. Of course, we carry it in our store. However, the thing is there's two sources. I mean, you can take vitamin D, which is crucial for everybody in North America or, literally anybody with any chronic disease taking a vitamin D 5,000 with K2 in it is crucial every single day. That's even without any labs. But then, of course, in our program, I really stress functional values, specifically higher doses than that. You definitely need labs. You definitely need to monitor your labs. But one source is what you intake, but the other source is from sunlight. Sunlight actually allows vitamin D to be created in your body through your skin. And the sunlight on your skin is exactly what does that conversion. Now, genetically, people are different, meaning that some people genetically will make more of it, some people will make less of it, but that is really the only way our body really makes it is through sunlight. Now, that's why to me, it's really important to get out there first thing, 20 minutes. That 20 minutes of sunlight, really great for activation of vitamin D to the active form in your body. Is not awesome. Vitamin D has already been shown to be huge in helping with anti-inflammatory, decreasing the rate of infection. We already know its power in prevention and treatment of the big C. Also, any other viral illness, bacterial illness that you're talking about. It's really great for infection. And we even see studies of vitamin D about how It is helpful for acne, which is an infection on your skin. So we know that there's a lot of anti-infection properties with vitamin D. It's really crucial, and that's why vitamin D 5000 with specifically K2. And in our vitamin D has the K2 in it. K2 specifically, that form of vitamin K has been shown to be extremely crucial in helping with infection and anti-infection. They actually shown that that particular formulation of vitamin K2 is also really helpful in chronic fatigue syndrome, especially in high doses. So vitamin D with K2 crucial, but sunlight will create your own natural vitamin D, and your intestinal bacteria will create vitamin K2 as well. So there's ways with which you don't have to take a supplement. You can actually also naturally every single day make that happen. And 20 minutes is what it takes. The other thing is that in the morning is really crucial because it actually has been shown that when you have 20 minutes of sunlight in the morning, it actually works with your circadian rhythm, meaning there's actually a rhythm as to when you make hormones, and whether that's your ovarian hormones, your adrenal hormones, or your brain hormones. There's a rhythm of a certain timing that when it sees the light, when it sees when the light is off, that affects the quantity of some of these hormones like cortisol, melatonin, dopamine, serotonin, DHEA, even the ovarian hormones and the testicular hormones like progesterone, estrogen. So all those hormones are really based on, they're looking at your light rhythms. When do you have light on and when do you light off to actually have a on-off switch for when they're going to be actively making your hormones. Did you know that when you sleep and it's dark, it's actually when you make the most of some of your adrenal hormones? Testosterone really is peaked at night. The other thing is too is while you're sleeping is also when a lot of hormones are breaking down. So there's a circadian like timing, light, dark rhythm to hormone making activity, but also to your liver activity, which helps break down hormones and balances them. So when you strategically put 20 minutes of sunlight first thing in the morning, it's like magic in a bottle because it's like, voila, wakes up your hormone making system and says circadian rhythm is starting. And unfortunately, what we have right now is a rhythm where it's complete opposite. Most of us are night owling, where there's a ton of light after 9 p.m. at night for us, and our brains get really confused, and you have no idea how much that impacts actually upon your hormone production and also your hormone breakdown. So it's a double whammy, affects both. So if you every morning set that 20 minutes, it will actually create a normal rhythm for hormone creation and hormone breakdown. So that's huge. The other thing too is they've found that infrared radiation from the sun or from an infrared sauna, it's really helpful as anti-inflammatory and for pain. So physically, think about that. How many of you wake up in the morning with quite a bit of pain or start with some pain, and as the day gets on, pain just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So this really goes to point out that by going into getting that infrared radiation, UV light, that it is super helpful as an anti-inflammatory to decrease pain. So FYI, it's also really great for pain of any kind or inflammation of any kind. Therefore, these are the top reasons why sunlight, especially 20 minutes in the morning, is super helpful. So I think there are many things that are helpful physically in the morning. Of course, going out there and grounding, putting your feet on the ground is really important. But what better way to actually, you can put your feet on the ground, walk on the grass and get grounded that way with indirect sunlight for 20 minutes. That's awesome. And look, if you can't do it first thing in the morning, you can do it sometime before noon. That's super helpful as well. What's also helpful is set the lights right in the evening by turning off all lights after 9 p.m. Whatever time zone you're in is super helpful to help set the pattern for melatonin production at night. So that's really important as well, is that not only are you in the morning setting that sun and turning on some of these signals to make hormones, at night when the lights go down after 9 p.m. and you keep them down, it turns a signal to turn on melatonin, which actually helps with decreasing some of these hormones that are high when they shouldn't be high at night too. So there you go. That is one of the biggest game changers. And I think what better way to bring in 2023 than to really start with sunrise and sunlight. Those of you that are watching right now, if you can comment in the comment section right now, do you get any sunlight at all during the day? Number one. Number two is how many of you, as a result of hearing this, will make that one change right now, which is getting 20 minutes of outdoor lighting sometime before noon every morning? You know, if you knew that there's something that you can do that within a matter of a couple days, couple weeks, it's going to have major changes for your mental health, your energy level, your physical health, your pain, would you do it? Or are you just going to listen to this and not do it? Okay. Are you going to just listen to this and not do it? 90% of people will listen to this and not do it. If you're one of the people that are going to actually do it, I want you to put it in the comment section. The other thing is, if you have any chronic disease, hormone imbalances, pain issues, can you put it in the comment section below? Let me know what's going on with you. I'd love to provide you with other resources. We have tons of training videos that we can make available to you. So if you don't tell us, we don't know. So put it in chat, and then check your message requests in your Facebook Messenger or on YouTube to see if our team usually takes about a day to respond to you and provide you the additional resources that you may need. So thanks, everybody. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group, make sure you click the link above or below this video and join our Facebook group, Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.